Hello and welcome back to A Moment for Clarity. My name is Kim Dell. I'm a certified life coach and founder of Unlimited Possibilities by Kim. Now, last week, we were starting to talk about deciding on what it is that you really want. And if you haven't listened to episode 1, go ahead and listen to that episode first and then come back here. But if you have, you know that's what we started talking about. So this week, we're going to go a little bit deeper into that subject of understanding what it is that you really want. But before we really dig deep and get into that, I want to ask you this question. Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, nothing is moving, right? Just doesn't matter what you do, just nothing is there, nothing is moving, and you're just stuck. Like you're doing all the right things, applying, showing up, putting yourself out there, and still nothing is opening up for you. And if that's happening to you, I completely understand. And that's what I want to talk about today, because I have been there myself. And if you're in that space right now, I want you to know you are not alone, okay? There was a point in my life, not that long ago, pretty recent actually, where everything felt uncertain. I had lost my job as an instructional designer. That was a job I was doing for over 5 years. And I found myself in my 50s, just kind of in a position that I never expected to actually be in, which was starting over. I was applying to job after job in training and instructional design roles I absolutely knew that I was qualified to do. I even got interviews, right? But the answer was always the same, a big fat no. And after a while, that starts to hit deeper than just rejection, right? It makes you start questioning yourself. I was working jobs just to make ends meet, making far less than I had before. Things were really tight financially, and that pressure started showing up in my relationships with my friends, especially with my husband, and everything. I felt incredibly frustrated, stuck in where I was, not moving forward. And honestly, I was just feeling hurt because I couldn't understand why nothing was working, right? I was doing all the right things, but nothing was working. But looking back on it now, I can see something was shifting, even though I couldn't recognize it at the time. I was working for a company where I went through their training program, and to say that it wasn't a good program was a severe understatement. It was horrible. And instead of just kind of brushing it off and going, oh, well, that's typical of training for companies these days, something in me got really fired up. And I found myself thinking people need to understand how important good training really is. I just super fired up. I'm like, I have to get this message out, right? So I started posting on LinkedIn, just sharing thoughts, my perspective, kind of speaking up about what I thought was, right or at least my opinion. And through that, I realized something I hadn't fully admitted to myself before. And if you remember from the first episode, one of the things I talked about was being honest with yourself. So I was finally honest with myself, and I decided and finally figured out I wanted to be back in training. Not just a job, but something really meaningful. It really felt like a calling to me. Then what felt like the perfect opportunity showed up. A training role focused on soft skills, something that I care deeply about. And I remember thinking, this is it. This is the job. This is the one that's literally made for me. I am so getting this job, right? I went through 2 interviews. I went with the recruiter and the hiring manager. And all I was waiting on was being pushed through to a panel interview. I'm like, I got this, no problem. And then I didn't get it. I got the notification that we all dread. Thank you so much for applying. We really appreciate your time and consideration, but at this time, we've decided to move forward with other candidates. This one really hurt because I really wanted this position. Because when you feel like something is meant for you, this was meant for me, and it still doesn't work out, it forces you to go even deeper. So I did. I started asking myself harder questions, not just why didn't I get it, but what do I actually want? What was I hoping to get out of that particular job or position, right? And that's when it really hit me is I have been a certified life coach for forever, it seems like. I mean, years. And I wasn't really doing anything with it. But I love mentoring people. I love watching someone have that moment where something finally clicks, and they have that aha moment and they finally start seeing things differently. That really lights me up, if you can't tell already, right? And I realized I had been circling and circling around this path for a really long time, but I hadn't really fully committed to it. And then something happened that honestly, I'll be honest, it felt really surreal. So my husband loves watching old episodes of The Cosby Show. I have no idea why. He just does. This is one of his, things that he does in the morning. And at first I wasn't even really paying attention to what show it was or what episode it was or anything like that. But there was a moment where Bill Cosby's character, Dr. Huxtable, was talking to a group of students, kind of misfits, kind of going down the wrong path, and he was trying to help them go the right path. And he asks them, "What do you want?" And one kid says, "How do I know? I don't know what I want." And he goes, "Pick." And the kid goes, "Just like that, just pick." He's like, "Yes, just pick. Pick something, and then if it's something that you actually want to do, go figure out and learn how to do it." And I don't know why, but that one really hit me hard. I actually went back into the bathroom because I was getting ready for work, and I literally started crying because I realized suddenly, I think that was a message directly to me. I almost half expected him to turn to the camera and go, "Kim, just pick. Just pick. What do you want to do? Just pick," and then go do it. I suddenly realized I had been waiting to be chosen, waiting for the right opportunity, waiting to feel 100% safe, right? And instead, I just needed to decide. I needed to pick, right? So that was my moment. Not because everything suddenly became clear, but because I finally chose a direction. And from there, everything started to shift. Okay, so not overnight, right? Not perfectly, but intentionally. I started doing the work on myself, right? Understanding more about the things that I wanted to teach. I started journaling more. I started asking better questions, right? Actually listening to my own answers instead of just brushing past them. Really sitting quietly and listening to what I was being told. And where am I now? I'm still in progress, just like you. Things are not perfect, not even close, okay? I am telling you right now, I do not have the perfect life, but I'm working towards that. I'm still in progress, but my mindset is different. And I keep working on it daily. I see movement now, even in just the smallest of wins. And I've made a decision to commit to the path I have chosen. And when things don't work out, and they still sometimes don't, and to be honest, to expect that you will not have challenges or things that don't go right or anything like that is pretty unrealistic. Things will always go wrong. You will always have doors shut. You will always have what you consider a failure, okay? But I'm learning to see those differently. Not failure, not rejection, right? But redirection, a chance to pause, reflect, and then ask, what can I do differently? This didn't work. What do I need to do differently this time? What should I try now, right? Because the truth is, there is a version of you right now that already knows more than you think you do. But you don't hear it if you keep waiting instead of deciding. So I want to bring this back to you. What do you want? Not what feels practical, not what feels safe, right? Not what you think you should want or what others want for you, right? But what do you actually want your life to look like? How do you feel, or how do you want to feel physically? How do you want to feel in your relationships? How do you want to feel financially? What do your financial life, what do you want that to look like? In the way you show up in the world, right? How do you want to show up in the world? And if you don't have the full answer, that's okay, okay? Just start to pick a direction. Just pick, right? Write it down. Let it be messy. Let it be unclear, right? The key is to just start, because clarity doesn't come from waiting. It comes from engaging, okay? So if this resonated with you, I want you to take 5 minutes today, just 5, okay? And write down what you want. No filters, no overthinking, no judgment, no editing, right? Just write. Right at the top. What do you want? What do I want? And then listen. And whatever comes to your mind, start writing that down. No editing or judging, just write it. And if you're open to it, share one thing that you wrote down, whether that's with me, you could put it in a comment or send me a message, or even if it's just someone that you trust. Because the moment you give your thoughts a voice, they start to become real. And if you're on this journey right now, figuring things out, making changes, learning as you go, I want you to know this. I am right there with you because I'm going through changes and struggles and challenges too. I'm learning and sharing what I've learned. That's what I'm doing. And we're going to keep this going one step at a time together, you and me, okay? And that, my friends, is this week's Moment for Clarity. I hope you have a fantastic week. Have a good one. Bye.